Hi Taurus, I am the Awakened Dreamer, and I'm here to give you a weekly tarot reading for the week of September 14th to the 20th. And I do want to, of course, take this moment to thank all of my new and returning subscribers. Welcome, everybody. And if you haven't yet, please do make sure to hit that subscribe button for me. And I more than appreciate all of your likes, shares, and comments, so head on down below and do just that. And while you're down there, you will see all the information you need to book a personal reading with myself. So just shoot me an email and I'll get that started for you. And I meditated on your beautiful energy before beginning this reading. And the message that came through was, hold on tight. Very interesting, hold on tight. They're saying, because it's going to be a bumpy ride. Wow, it's going to be an interesting week for you. Let's dive in and pull you a message or two from the Whispers of the Ocean Oracle deck. What do we have for Taurus to begin this weekly read? Thank you, Spirit. For Taurus. They didn't want them? What do we have for Taurus? There we go. Excuse any noise in the background. First off, you have convey your meaning. Reflect on the way you communicate with others and with yourself. Be sure to express your thoughts and feelings from your heart and with respect and sincerity. I'm getting a sense of conflict popping up this week. And you're not the only one. There was a sense of conflict in all three fire signs readings this week. They're not done yet with all the signs, so I can only imagine which other ones do. So there might be a fire sign in your situation or in your chart. But this reminds you to tread carefully with your words this week, to be careful as to how you're conveying your message. And if need be, take a step back in order to regroup your thoughts and word things in a more productive way. And to also be careful and tread carefully when speaking with your own self, with your thoughts. Make sure you're speaking to yourself with positivity and encouragement. I like to think of it this way: however you communicate with your friends, think of it that way. Would you speak so negatively to your friends? Then why are you doing so to yourself? Encourage yourself, you know? We'll leave it at that. Life is better together. Seek assistance from your community. Connect with family, friends, or others who will support you. It can be as simple as making a phone call. I'm hearing reconnecting with somebody. Maybe somebody that you have had conflict with recently. Very interesting. They're saying it could be as simple as a phone call or a text. Reaching out and trying to be the bigger person potentially, and allowing yourself to initiate that resolution if possible. But remember, this is a week where you need to just tread carefully with your words. The other person or other situation, absolutely as well, but remember, we can only control how we react to certain situations, right? Moving right along, let's pull 7 tarot cards, one for each day of the upcoming week. Do you want to do some shuffling, of course? I'm feeling a bit on edge now from your reading, and I feel like that's your energy. Maybe it's this conflict or issue that's been lingering that is causing you a bit of stress and putting you on edge. Or maybe it's your own mind. One more shuffle. Well, that was a messy one. Could be a representation of your week, my friend, unfortunately. Let's not forget the overall message of hang on tight. But let's see what we got, Spirit. Jesus. All right. Just getting myself together. What do we have, Spirit, to continue this weekly read? What else do we have? Keep them coming. Oh my goodness. I'm not kidding when I say this 8 of Wands has come out in all of your readings so far today. Virgo, Capricorn, and now Taurus. Starting off, we have the King of Cups for Monday. I feel like you will start off the week on a very peaceful note. I feel like you have separated yourself from whatever is stressing you out, from whatever is putting you on edge. And by doing so, you're allowing yourself to center yourself and clear your mind a bit. Maybe you're doing some meditating or just whatever helps you feel at ease. That's good. I mean, as long as you're not avoiding the issue altogether on a long-term basis, you're doing what's right for you and you're allowing yourself to regain that inner peace so you can then tread carefully moving forward. Queen of Cups, very interesting. King and Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups for Tuesday. Ooh, yeah, you need to use your intuition this week. Trust your gut. If something warns you to stay away, then you stay away. If you are being advised to move forward and deal with something, trust that intuition, trust that gut feeling. We forget that a lot of the times that our spirit guides and angels are coming in and initiating that intuition, that gut feeling, in order to warn us about a situation or to push us towards it. So to ignore it is just almost rude. But no, it's something we should just be paying attention to, especially on Tuesday for you. I feel like with the Queen of Cups, you're also starting to see the light as far as where things are heading and what you want out of life and who is and what kind of behavior you're starting to accept and tolerate moving forward. Very interesting, because I don't usually get that message from this card. Very confident kind of feeling. A little bit less at ease than on Monday, but it's almost like a progression, because then we move on to Wednesday and we have the Princess of Wands, which is very on edge, very anxiety driven, very like I want this to be resolved, or I need this to be fixed. You know, it kind of feels like you go from Monday very at ease, a little less at ease on Tuesday, and then Wednesday it's like, ah. And then on Thursday we have the Eight of Wands, which is very fast-paced, very abrupt change of energy. Things are just starting to pick up more and more as the week goes along, and I feel like you're not okay with it. Do what you have to do again to balance yourself out, to allow yourself to feel a bit more centered. Try to get back to this King of Cups way of being on Monday. It may have to do with whatever rocky situation you've been dealing with is popping back up as the week goes along. And it makes it very hard for you to stay centered and at ease with where things are heading. Someone may not be okay with where you're heading in life or what you have chosen to do with your own individual life. And that could be the base of the issue. Ooh, someone may be trying to control you. F that. I would not be cool with that. You can handle whatever you're dealing with and whatever, you know, the pace that things are about to head on this week, but you do need to buckle up, and because it's going to again be a bumpy ride, and you just need to make sure you're balancing yourself out and centering yourself so you can deal with everything that life throws at you this week. Excuse the noise in the background, but moving right along on Friday, we have the Devil. So many of these cards came out in Virgo's and Capricorn's reading. Ooh, this card for you is representing too many outside opinions, too many people chiming in you know, with comments from the peanut gallery, essentially, making you feel like you need to abide by their opinions and adjust your life accordingly. And no, 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 no. Spirit is saying absolutely not. Because what that's doing is, pointed this out in, I think it's Capricorn's reading. Now the stairs, for them it was overthinking. For you, it's people heading up these stairs and almost trying to control the way you think and the way you view your life and the way you're heading. And that is not acceptable in Spirit's book, nor should be acceptable in your book. It's your life. You have one life to live, and you're going to live it the way you see fit. Of course, have an open ear and allow certain people, you know, to say how they feel. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. But when you take it to that next level where you feel like your opinions could then need to be utilized, and they think that they can sort of control where you're heading and what you're doing with your life, it's a whole different level of unacceptable, if you ask me. And if you ask Spirit. It's a very interesting vibe to start off the weekend on Friday, because it feels like we're heading into the weekend. It feels like you have to almost put your foot down and stand up for yourself and where you're heading and who you're becoming, and allow your, this is so relatable, by the way. And you almost need to be like, no, 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 no. And it's no coincidence that this is aligned with the King of Cups, because it feels like whatever happened in the previous week's days, you know, up until this point, and no wonder you were put into the King of Cups, almost a hermit mode on Monday, where you just kind of wanted to separate yourself from other BS, you know, opinions and whatnot. You can handle it. It's just, it's so irritating. I can just feel it. Oof. And then the Chariot for Saturday. It feels like once you're able to finally stand up for yourself and say how you truly feel, and put your foot down and potentially even put up some extra boundaries if need be, you are like, you know what? Screw that. I'm going after what I want out of life. I'm going to charge after my dreams. I'm hopping on my chariot, and I'm going to be extremely ecstatic about it. And whoever wants to be ecstatic for me, and, you know, ecstatic for you and where you're heading, great. You can join me along, you know, this journey, or you can be one of my wonderful supporters. But it's sadly a case where whoever doesn't support you, or doesn't see that this way of being and where you're heading is about to make you successful and happy, then they can just fall to the wayside, even if that's for a temporary time. Accepting that these changes do happen for a reason, when they're meant to happen, and it could be a big life lesson for both parties involved. Wow, it's hefty. But it's a big message of doing what's right for you, and people needing to accept that and align themselves with you, or step to the frickin' side. The Death card to finish off your week on Sunday. Yeah, it's the end of people trying to tell you how to live your life. It's the end of you putting your foot on the gas, or pausing where you're heading or what you're about to achieve because of other people and what they have to say, even when you never asked for their opinion. Very interesting. And it's the end of you second guessing it as well, because I feel like, yes, okay, people's opinions sometimes seep in and make you second guess it, but you also do second guess it from the beginning either way, even if you don't want to fully admit it. So all of which is coming to an end, whether you like it or not, and I feel like it's partially your choice. Let's wrap up your reading, your powerful reading nonetheless, by pulling a Find Your Happy message or two. What do we have for Taurus to wrap up this weekly read on a positive note? Because this deck is so positive. I had a feeling these weekly reads this week were going to be a bit hefty. So most definitely a good deck to finish off with. I am not a victim to the harassment in my life. Another one of the earth signs got this as well. Very interesting. I mean, for you, this might feel like a form of harassment in the form of very strong opinions and almost a way of trying to control you and where your life is heading. And or even if it's another form of harassment that we just haven't spoken upon in this reading, but is still lingering in your life. It doesn't own you, doesn't control you, and it won't moving forward. Because you are your own beautiful individual self and you have full control over everything that transpires in your life. You're the manifester. Excuse the plane in the background. They like to occasionally utilize that as a message. They're saying you're about to take flight, my friend. Get ready, Taurus. My future starts today. Whenever you were drawn to this video, it starts today. You need to make the decision that it starts now moving forward, and that you again have full control over where you're about to head and what you're about to achieve. And it's going to be amazing things. And again, whoever is ready to align with you and to jump on board with you and be supportive can join you and take a seat for this what feels like it's going to be a bumpy ride, but an exciting one. But those who don't can just fall to the wayside. But yeah, once again, buckle up because it's going to be an interesting, bumpy ride of a week. Nothing you can't handle, but just try to balance yourself out, and again, tread carefully with your words, and be aware of your energy moving forward. On that note, if you haven't yet, please do subscribe to my wonderful channel, and head on down below and do like this video and leave me a comment. I want to hear all about your personal situation. And while you're down there, don't forget to send me an email about booking a personal reading. And I hope you have the most amazing week, and I'll see you next time. And bye, Taurus.